I think we're going to be seeing one of the best seasons from a baseball player in I don't know how long.
He's already looked so good at the Classic.
What are some numbers we're thinking for Ohtani? Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Dugout. We're here with episode 21. It's been a minute. I'm back here with Ben. My name is Drew. How we feeling, Ben? It's been a minute.
Feeling good. The USA's
Yes,
rolling.
sir. Yeah, we're going to get into that for sure. It's going to be a little different today. We're just kind of going to talk about some random stuff. I made a tweet on Twitter asking what we should talk about, and a few of you guys responded. And pull that up real quick. And yeah, so spring training is wrapping up soon. Baseball in like 10 days. It's pretty sick, so we're hyped for that. The first question here is from my man Jerry. He's asking, what team do we think was the biggest disappointment in the offseason for pickups and whatnot? Ben, you go ahead first with this one.
I mean, I was fairly disappointed as a Boston fan this offseason.
Yeah.
So that's definitely up there. I think the Mariners kind of they kind of sat. I really thought the Mariners were gonna make a splash. And they didn't. I don't think they added anybody notable besides Teoscar Hernandez.
Yeah.
Another team is the Orioles. I think the Orioles definitely could have added a starting pitcher, and that really would have put them in a great spot. There's a couple teams that definitely sat around, and the Giants again. The Giants, in fairness, the Giants tried and failed.
Multiple
so
times, yeah.
That's slightly different than sitting around and doing nothing. So I think the Giants, the Orioles, and the Mariners are my losers. I think they had a good opportunity to build a good team in the divisions they're in, especially the Giants. I think, obviously, everything runs through LA in the West, but if you're talking wild card, I think it's definitely a more open position in the NL, and I don't think they put themselves in a great position. I think they lost more than they gained.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely rolling with those three. Very disappointed.
Yeah. The team you just mentioned, that's the one that stuck out the most to me was the Orioles. Like you just said, I was guessing they would go after like Carlos Rodon or somebody maybe.
Yeah.
Even maybe the bigger star like Carlos Correa was out there for the longest time. They just have all that young talent and really haven't built anything around it quite yet. First full year from Gunnar Henderson, so I mean that's kind of exciting.
Yeah, I mean we'll probably see Grayson this year too. Colton Cowser is another name we could see this year.
Yeah.
He's played pretty well this spring. I think they're kind of just sticking to their guns of the futures kind of now, and I think they're gonna just kind of build around that and not do anything until those prospects come up and see where the real holes are. I think is that's when they're gonna start spending, because center field's locked down for them, middle infield's locked down for them. Pitching is really the issue here. Their starting rotation is not very good. And I think they definitely had room to add, but they have DL Hall, they have Grayson Rodriguez. I think they're expecting them to live up to their potential. So I think that's probably where not signing someone like Rodon to a big long deal probably came into play.
For sure. Yeah, I mean if you're big into prospects, the Orioles have a ton. I mean we just mentioned a ton of them, so I mean very exciting for the future of the Orioles. So, and yeah, the Giants, I mean, failed miserably, went after Judge, went after Correa, and ended up with Conforto. So, I mean, who else did they get? Anyone else? Like anybody? And don't care what the name was. I don't even remember.
Let's see.
Mitch Haniger, right? But that was
Sergio Romo.
Yeah.
Signed to a minor league contract.
Yeah, because he's retiring, right? Or he's retiring or something.
It's something like that. I don't know. They got Ross Stripling, which is, that's
solid, yeah.
Okay. Oh, they got Manaea, too.
Yeah.
Which is, it's fine, but
Yeah. It's whatever.
It's nothing great.
We'll rotate to the second part of your question here, Jerry. Who do we think's gonna be taking MVPs this year? It's kind of exciting to talk about. Anyone in mind right off the bat, Ben?
Right off the bat, NL.
Yeah,
Trey
well,
Turner.
you go on. All right, yep.
Trey Turner in the
Explain.
NL. I mean, just based off what he has been doing in the World Baseball Classic already this year, and then even just based off of the numbers he's put up the past few years, he's always hit. I mean, so last year he hit 298 with 21 homers, 100 RBIs. The year before that, I mean, 338 with the Dodgers, 322 with the Nats. 335 the year before that. He's got power numbers. He had 28 homers last year. It's just a guy that does everything. He's such an electric player. He's really caught
Yeah,
steam the past couple of years too, especially getting out of Washington. I think people have really started to realize how good of a player he is. I mean, he's easily a 30-30 threat. He's going to steal. I mean, how many bags did he have last year? He had 27 last year, 32 the year before, 35 in 19, 43 in 2018. 40 certainly isn't out of the question because, we know he'll steal 40 bags. It's more of the power numbers. And I think he's really shown the power a lot more the past couple of years. So that, I mean, it's certainly not out of the question. I think Acuna is another guy in that 40-40 conversation that I could also see winning MVP this year.
Yeah.
I don't think Tatis is going to be back. I mean, he's not going to be back long enough to be able to put an MVP case together. And then in the AL,
I'll go with the AL. Let me go with the AL real quick.
don't say it. Don't.
I think the only answer here, to be honest, is going to be Ohtani.
All right. Okay.
He's a free agent after this year, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I think we're gonna be seeing one of the best seasons from a baseball player in I don't know how long.
I mean, he's already looked so good at the
Exactly.
Classic.
Exactly. Right. Now, I mean, for instance, I picked Aaron Judge, not just because I'm a Yankees fan, but for fantasy baseball last year, it was his contract year. He's gonna be a free agent, and he hit 62 home runs. So I mean,
Yeah, that's fair.
Ohtani, we know what Ohtani does or what he is right now, but I mean, I think we're going to be seeing one of the best seasons from a player. I mean, from a hitting standpoint and pitching.
And a
if he
pitching.
can,
You're going to get a contract
Yes.
pitching year and a contract hitting year.
So I mean,
Which is-
what are some numbers we're thinking for Ohtani? Like over 500 mil? I mean, is that valid?
I think
Is that valid?
I think what's gonna happen is you have such a unicorn player.
Yeah.
And it's very unprecedented in baseball. And to me, it feels a lot like Lamar Jackson in football.
Okay.
Very unprecedented, very, I mean, out of the blue in some ways, because I don't think people really thought that this whole Ohtani both way thing was going to work. I think people thought after a year or two, he would move into a role where he does one of the other. But then come around contract time, people have their concerns with the longevity of it. People have concerns of what they're really paying for. And we're seeing it with Lamar now. Obviously, it's much different to compare football and baseball. But I think in terms of how unique both of those players are and how much of a threat they are in different ways than a typical player is at their positions in their respective leagues, I think what's going to happen with Ohtani is that I think teams will be hesitant to throw the larger numbers. I think he's going to get paid.
Right.
He's going to get paid handsomely. He's going to get a good deal because I think teams are going to say, hey, we're going to sign him. We know we're probably going to get 3 or 4 years of pitching out of him, and then he's going to transition to a DH role, which is slightly different than Lamar because you don't have that luxury. But
Correct.
I think that the value he'll demand, not himself personally, but the value that his market will demand, from his agents and whatnot, is going to be from what we've seen the past 3 or 4 years, but that doesn't necessarily project into the later years. Because again, it's so hard. You can't look at somebody and say someone else has lasted this long. So it's hard. I don't know. I think I can see him getting I'm not
All
sure.
all I'm saying is if the Padres were willing to throw like 400 mil at Judge at the last second, I mean it's a completely different player, but I mean I don't know. I don't know. I think it's just going to be a number blown out of the water. Or I don't think
Yeah,
it's gonna
he's
end
gonna
up
get.
it's gonna come down to that eventually. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be more AAV driven
Yeah.
rather
Yep.
than total years, just based off of
100%.
the unprecedented nature of his position. Because
Yeah.
I mean, it's both. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's very hard to say.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I think this is going to be one of the craziest seasons that we're going to see from a player. I mean, we'll have to wait, but yeah, anyone else in the AL that came to your mind? I mean, that's really my only answer. That's all I can see
Mike
winning
Trout.
this. Yeah, I mean Trout. Um yeah, I don't know.
I think
Uh
Trout and Otani are the two for me. I don't see
yeah.
Judge
No.
nearly having a year he had. Devers maybe, but probably not. I
Yeah.
think I just don't see him doing anything out of the ordinary this year, especially with that lineup. So I think that's going to get swept under the rug.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Um
There's no one else really in the AL. I think the NL has a lot more. The NL has a lot more like MVP caliber front runners, but like the AL as a whole, team wise, I think is a lot better. I mean, maybe
for
we see a
sure.
pitcher come out of the AL for the MVP. Who knows?
That'd be sick. Yeah.
Alcantara.
Yep, we'll
Oh,
just have to
throw Alcantara's name in NL MVP, please. He has
yeah, yeah,
another
yeah.
year like he had last year. Like he fully deserves to be in the. He should have been in the MVP conversation this year. That guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Still insane that he was not at the first spot for the top 10 pitchers, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't get that.
Moving on, we'll get to the next question here. It's from Etech, and he's asking, wants us to talk about the Mashmellow Bags. So the new, I don't know. This have you really seen anything that stuck out to you while watching these spring training games so far?
No,
Like any?
I haven't heard any players like complain, like
No,
catchers complain about it being easier to steal. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's 3 inches. Uh, I couldn't
the
care less about it. I think it adds
yeah,
more incentive for players to steal, and I think we've slightly seen that. I don't think it's anything crazy, but
right.
I don't know. It's they did it for one, safety, and then two, the incentive to try and steal. And I don't think it's a drastic change, and I don't think anyone's really had an issue with it. I think the pitch clock is definitely the more glaring issue as of right now. No, I'm all for bigger bases. I have nothing against the bigger bases. I don't think anyone in the league has anything against it at this moment. So
Yeah. I don't know. When it was first announced, I thought that like stolen base numbers were going to be through the roof, but I mean, nah, not really. I mean,
no.
maybe we'll see like a tiny difference, but yeah, I really don't have an opinion for it. I mean, I'm not against it. It's whatever. But
Like when
yeah,
we
we'll
look
have to
back,
just
like in like 20 years, and like if let's say Trey Turner steals like 67 bags, like no one's gonna be like, oh well, it's because he had bigger bases. Like
right.
it's not gonna
And it's
happen.
not even like it's a pretty big change, but it's not like it's barely that
No,
noticeable, I feel like.
no.
This question coming in from the podcast producer himself, Quincy. He's asking what are some teams that we should look out for the next 2023 season.
Teams to look out for.
I'm just gonna go right off the bat with the Phillies. Just coming back
Yeah.
from the World Series. I mean, Bryce Harper was out for a good amount of time, correct? I mean,
Yes.
so I
Yep.
mean, you were missing Bryce for majority or however long the season when he was missing, and then now you add Trey Turner to the mix, and after like what he's doing this World Baseball Classic, I mean, I think it's safe to say that we may just see this team in the World Series again, regardless of like what the Mets did. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a team that sticks out to you.
Sticks out to me off the bat. Team to watch. Little a team we've talked about before, and I think kind of been brushed under the rug. I think interesting team to watch are the Twins. I think that will
Yeah.
be a good story to follow how they perform in the Central. Because I mean they have some good pieces. They have a good lineup. Their rotation is not bad. They have they have Pablo Lopez and Johan Duran in the bullpen now. I think that's a really good team. I think that's easily
Yeah.
my Central winner. I think it relies on the health of Buxton and then even Correa as well. But they got some good prospects. They're gonna get they got Royce Freeman back for the or not Royce Freeman, Royce
Royce
Lewis for
Lewis.
the Royce Lewis
Yeah.
back. Nick Gordon's played very well. He's one of their higher prospects. Miranda's been incredible for them too. So yeah, I think that's a interesting team to watch out of the Central. And I think the Rangers too. I think the Rangers made some big additions. I think if you get Seager and Simeon back to their back closer to their level of contract year performances, then they'll also definitely be a good team out of the West to watch for a wild card spot. Even they could possibly no one's beating the Astros, but
Yeah, I mean Simeon had like the most consistent year that year with the Blue Jays, and then kind of
Yeah.
slowed down with the Rangers. But
Yep.
yeah, I mean I feel like with the Rangers it's kind of like a flop or they're gonna be crazy. So I mean we'll have to see with DeGrom always injured. I mean
that's
like
the
you
thing.
said
DeGrom's the X factor
yeah.
there. If DeGrom stays healthy
Yeah.
for 90% of the year, that team will be good.
Yeah, 100%.
But
And
I don't know.
yeah, I mean
We'll find out.
the Twins are going to be a really fun team to watch. I feel like you just said. I mean, but I mean your two biggest stars on that team. I mean, kind of get injured
Yeah.
quite a bit. So I mean,
Yeah.
like you said. So I mean, just have to wait and see. We'll have to wait, but yeah, I'm really excited to see what the Twins do. Last question here. My man Rizo wants us to talk about the World Baseball Classic, and
Yes,
I don't really know
sir.
where we can start here. I mean, where's a good starting point here?
It's
We'll
been. I
dive
mean,
into
as a
this.
whole, it's been a really good classic.
Yeah,
I think people have realized like how fun the game can be. Obviously, there's been a lot of controversy and backlash right now, especially with the couple injuries there have been with Edwin Diaz and then Altuve the other night. But every player playing in it has come to its defense and saying like it happens in baseball. It can happen anywhere, and I think the funnier thing was Nimmo speaking about it the other day, and then he got
Yeah,
injured in the spring
100%.
training game the next day. So, like I said, it can happen in spring training, can happen in a World Baseball Classic. If I was a player, I would rather have it happen in a game that matters, and not
Yeah.
a spring training exhibition. So, I think it's great for the game, as we've seen. Every game has been sold out in Miami. Those games are so electric to watch.
yeah,
It's been fun to watch. I missed it a lot. 2017, I really got into it in 2017. It was awesome to see. And then finally having it back. I think this should be like an every 2-year thing, not an every
yeah. That would
4-year
be
thing.
valid.
And then this year, 2017 was fun to watch, even without the U.S. having a great team. And then this year they have, this team is unbeatable.
Yeah, it's scary. I don't know if you saw, but the Barstool dude, freaking out on Twitter about it.
Yeah, dude, KFC's
We
clown.
yeah,
That
we
guy's an
we
idiot.
won't get into that too much, but I'll give my standpoint on all that. Like basically what you just said, Ben. If you're gonna spring training's going on right now, if you're gonna be playing baseball either way, and like you just said, if you're gonna get injured, it might as well just be in a game that actually matters. Thing that I think's really cool is like Trout in the dugout just freaking out, like pumped up, and he's actually like playing for something that kind of matters now.
Yeah, which is
that's-
just makes me want to see Trout in the playoffs even more.
Yeah, yeah. And then there was like a post game interview or something, but Mookie was like just encouraging, like if you're watching right now, you just gotta come play. Like they're saying it's the funnest baseball that they've ever played. So I mean, that doesn't say it right there. Then everyone should be playing it. I don't know.
I did say this about Trout the other night. Like, he said it himself. Like, this is the most fun he's had playing baseball, and like how well he's been playing. Like, tearing it up. Like his
Yeah.
worst night was last night, and he still had an RBI double. I think that if you put Mike Trout on a contending team, with he gets to play in an environment like that in the playoffs in September, like how good he would be.
Yeah, I mean Harper
Having
Harper
fun
was
like
trying to
that.
recruit him to Harper was trying to recruit him
But
to the
that's the thing. Like
Phillies.
if Mike Trout, like imagine Mike Trout goes back home to Philly, plays for his hometown team, who has a stacked roster, who's going to be playing in October.
Bro.
Like imagine
Oh
how
my
good he'd be.
God. Yeah.
You'd be. Oh man. Yeah. I hope what happens is Ohtani leaves the Angels. And I think this is an awakening for Trout that like I think he wants to play for a contender. So I'm hoping what happens is he leaves the Angels, and then after Ohtani leaves, and we get to see Mike Trout in the playoffs to end his career.
Yeah. I saw I uploaded this video about Ohtani, like why he chose to come play with the Angels. And there's a bunch of people in the comments thought it was interesting that Lars Nootbaar is like trying to recruit Ohtani to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about that. I mean,
Yeah,
that would
be
be
cool.
pretty sick, but like you said it before, he wants to play on a coast. So I mean, we'll have to.
I mean, Lars Nootbaar's been a pretty cool story too this past couple of weeks.
Yeah, 100%. All these like
He has
speeches
won
he's
over
given,
the
like,
heart of
yeah,
Japan,
yeah,
which was so cool to see. I hope we see a Japan USA final, like Ohtani versus the USA,
yeah.
and he got
would
cleared.
it
So
would
if they
make
win
sense.
tonight,
Yeah.
if they win tonight, he got cleared to start that game, the final.
Yeah, I feel like
So-
that's definitely something we need. That would just,
The baseball world would explode
yeah.
with Ohtani versus Trout.
If that happened, I mean, how many views do you think? Like, I feel like it would just take over, like out of any sport. Like,
Did you see that? Did you see that tweet?
I think I did, but I can't find it. That's what I was trying to talk about. But
Yeah, it was like the most viewed baseball clips the past. I don't remember how many years it was, but like there was 2 clips in the World Baseball Classic. It was the Trey Turner Grand Slam, and I think it was something with it was the Ohtani BP before the game. BP, not like anything in a game, like BP, and like both of those clips like doubled and tripled the amount of views. The next closest like MLB clip from like had it was like the most viewed MLB clip was like 7 million, and then everything else was. Like the Turner clip was like 10 million in like 9 hours.
yeah, that's just ridiculous. Did you see like the Sandlot remake of that clip?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just sick. Another cool clip just thought of that I saw Ken Griffey Jr. taking BP, and the whole
that was
U.S.
very
team just
cool.
watch him. He had the backwards cap on, everything. That was sick.
And then Ohtani and Trout or Griffey and Trout were talking hitting together. That was a cool picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so good for the game.
Yeah, I mean,
especially for a lot of these players that like don't get to play for anything big like this. Like, it's really cool. I think
I know people that don't even
Cedric
like watch
Mullins,
the
even
regular.
Cedric Mullins has been going off too. Like, it's just such a great place for like these like star players, but for like lesser known teams, like be able to perform on a big stage once in their career, and it's incredible to see.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I mean, I know people that like don't even watch baseball like regular season. They're really like paying attention to the World Baseball Classic, saying it's fun to watch, which is good to hear because I mean, baseball is not, to be honest, not the most exciting sport to watch. Really, if you're sitting down and watching a whole game, I mean,
but these games have been
it's cool.
incredible.
Yeah, it's just great for the game. So, World Baseball Classic, there you have it. And I think we can just end on, Ben, just talking about some spring training stuff. I mean, we haven't really got to talk about a lot. We missed some time. So, I mean, I want to know more about Marcelo Mayer. Has he, like, played at all in spring?
He played the other day. He had a pretty long fly out.
Okay. I don't know if you can find his stats or anything, but
He's I don't think he's played too much. I honestly haven't been paying much attention to spring training since the Classic has been on.
yeah, true.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Well, this whole spring training, I've just been focused on Anthony Volpe.
Volpe.
Pretty much watching every game. You even sent me a text that he might just be good, coming from a Red
He
Sox
might be
fan,
good. Volpe
which is
might be good.
awesome. What
But
made you even send
he
that
got
text, Ben?
option. He got
What
option,
made you
didn't
send
he?
that? No, I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
so. Not yet. Not yet.
Dominguez got options, but obviously
Dominguez did. That's mainly because I don't think he's seen too many AAA at bats. I think that's really the only
no,
reasoning
he
there.
hasn't. See, that's been my whole thing with Dominguez. Like he's been like good, like where he's been, kinda. Or no, my biggest
Yeah.
thing with Dominguez was like like a year ago. Like everyone was freaking out about him. Like, dude, he's playing in rookie ball.
Yeah, he was very overhyped a year ago.
And then
I'll
like
give
he went to
that's-
single A and like didn't do well. I was like, okay, like
Yeah.
I'm sure he's gonna figure it out. But like people were calling him the
See a
next
lot
Trout
of-
off what he did in rookie ball. I was like, stop.
Yeah, you see a lot of like Yankees fans saying that he should just
Yeah,
be
'cause you guys
starting
are
left
the
field. I
worst
don't
prospects.
Nah, but I don't know. It's definitely not a good idea just throw him out there if he hasn't seen too many AAA at bats. But
No,
Volpe, on the other hand, this dude. Let me just say the potential like opening day lineup. If Volpe stays, if he's the opening day shortstop, if you have Volpe lead off, okay, Judge right behind him, then you go to Rizzo, Stanton, a healthy LeMahieu, Torres or Peraza, maybe. I mean, I can't really see both of these guys on the team. I'm thinking like one of them gets traded before the season even starts.
It would be
give me
it would be Glaber if anyone got traded. I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Josh Donaldson's
give me-
been doing sick though.
Has he? I haven't even
Yeah,
been
he's
paying
hitting like
attention to him.
128.
Yeah, it makes sense. Oswaldo Cabrera, give me him in left field. That should be the only option for the left fielder in my eyes.
You don't want
Bader's
Stanton playing left
injured, but I
field?
don't. Nah, I mean, Boone said he was going to have Stanton play a majority of time in the outfield actually to keep
Well,
him
yeah,
healthy,
because
to be honest.
because Stanton played more outfield last year and didn't get
Yeah.
hurt like he usually does. So
Yeah, so that would be good to see. I mean, but
they should just
I don't
teach him
know.
how
I
to play
just,
first base. I don't know why no one has thought about that yet.
That would be smart, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Oswaldo Cabrera, though, I'm just way too excited to see what he does this season because
He's a
he
good
has,
player.
like, dude's played every position, I think, this spring except catcher and pitcher, obviously, but just ridiculous.
What's up with Rortvert?
Yeah, that dude's been injured since he came over from the Josh Donaldson trade. I'm pretty sure he came over with IKF, the worst Yankees trade. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's just been like
Too bad you
injured.
don't have, too bad you don't have Gio Urshela.
Dude, I love Gio Urshela.
Gio
He's
had
on
a
the
good
Angels now.
Gio had a good classic.
Yeah, he was with Columbia, right? Pretty sure. But
What's that?
Yeah, Bader's injured. I think he was with with Columbia, right? World Baseball Classic, Gio Urshela.
What?
He was on like Team Columbia.
Yeah, Columbia.
And we also have Bader injured as well, but I mean, I think he's top 3 center fielder in the game, to be honest, defensively. So he comes back, and then you have Trevino batting 9th in the catcher's position. I mean, solid year last year, won a Platinum Glove. So I mean,
And Higgy.
yeah, Higgy playing the World Baseball Classic. Haven't seen much of him though. I don't even know if he's like
No, he
actually
played last night.
Did he?
Like barely. When it was like 14-2, they put him in.
But yeah, this lineup would just be so deep just by keeping Volpe. Like, I don't know. I mean, this was 4 days ago. He was batting 333, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, 4 stolen bases, and he's had some pretty nice plays. So I mean, I think the kid's
He's had
ready.
a good spring.
Kid's ready. I mean, just play him. I mean,
He might be.
there's a quote from Judge saying basically that, you know, if shouldn't matter what your age is. I mean, if you're good enough, then come up and help the Yankees win. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's my the biggest thing that I've been focused on spring training, watching Anthony Volpe. Peraza's been kind of quiet, though. I mean, I don't know what's going
Yeah, I
on
haven't
with
heard
that.
much from him.
And yeah, obviously there's been a few injuries. Nimmo injured. I mean, is there even a timetable like for his return? I didn't even see any of that. Is he going to be ready?
I didn't even
opening
see
day?
what it ended up being.
I think he's going to be ready by opening day, he said. I
Probably.
think. But yeah.
And then they lost Diaz for the year. So
That's just that hurts. You see, like,
it's tough, man. It's tough.
nah, Steve Cohen cares about his players. Though, you know, you saw him. He has like a personal chef, like nutrition. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got him all this
Yep.
stuff. So I mean,
I did see that.
that's pretty
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then we have MLB The Show 23. It's coming out. When's that coming out, Ben? Today's the 20th.
So early access starts the 24th, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, my PS. I actually.
And then it comes out like 27th, I think.
Yeah, I'm hyped.
Yeah.
I'm really hyped.
I'm about to drop a heinous amount of money. I haven't even pre-ordered it yet, so I got to pre-order that
Yeah,
real
I
quick.
got my PS5 on the way. That comes. I think that comes Wednesday in 2 days. So I mean, I'm gonna get the game, and yeah, that's something we're gonna be doing on this podcast. So we're actually gonna be playing MLB The Show while doing the podcast for you guys. I don't know we're gonna have to do some cool stuff. We'll do some co-op. I mean, we'll probably do like
Dude,
a home run derby or something.
I don't know if you saw the World Baseball Classic cards they're dropping on release.
Yeah, Mookie. Isn't there like a Mookie on release?
They got 97 Mookie. They got that dude from Japan.
Is there a Trey Turner?
Oh my! I'm excited.
Is there
I'm excited. Not they haven't showed it yet, but I guarantee you there will be on release night. There'll be a 99 Trey Turner, and Trey Turner cards are infamously good. In the show.
Who did we see?
no,
Some OGs are getting added. So we got Mark McGuire. That was previous. Is that confirmed? Mark McGuire, Sammy
So I'll
Sosa.
read you the list of
go
legends
ahead.
that got leaked last night.
Let's hear it.
So someone leaked the legends in the game. So we got Sammy Sosa, McGuire, David Ortiz, who's already in the game, Frank Thomas already in, Chipper and Vlad were already in, Larry Walker already in, Ryan Braun, Curtis Granderson, Ivan Rodriguez, Raul Ibanez, which is a new one,
Yeah.
Carlos Pena,
That's gonna be a nice one. Carlos Peña's in there.
Kyle Seager, Ian Kinsler, Tony Clark, Mike Lowell, Barry Larkin is already in it. We have Alex Gordon, which is a cool one, Ryan Ludwig. Yeah, so there's a couple new ones that look pretty interesting. I think Alex Gordon is an interesting one.
Wait, so did you say Mark McGuire? Are they on that list? Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, there's McGuire and Sosa. Yeah,
that's. I mean, we just need. You know who we need, Ben. You know who they need to add.
Barry Bonds.
Yes, sir. Just imagine that.
So a couple of years ago, they had it was Barry Bonds, but they couldn't use Barry Bonds' name, so they the name on the card was Pepe Alazar.
Really?
It was a big lefty number 25 on the Giants with like 125 everything. Yeah, the card is nasty.
What year was that?
Let's see what year Pepe Alazar came out. Pepe Alazar. MLB The Show 17.
That was the Judge one, right? Wasn't Judge on, or no? It was Judge on 18. Yeah, Judge was on 18 because
Judge was 18. Yeah. 17 was I don't even know who 17 was. 17 might have been Griffey that year.
It was. Yeah. Pretty sure. I'm gonna look that up actually. Kind of curious.
Yeah. It was Griffey, and then they also had who is this?
Was Griffey like the deluxe edition cover or something? No.
They also had Aaron Sanchez on the Canadian edition.
Canadian edition.
Which is hilarious.
I didn't even know that was a thing. What's this one?
Aaron Sanchez. That's mad funny. They have one here with Anthony Rizzo too. I don't know why.
Are these like concepts? They're probably concept covers.
No, this one's real.
Really?
Yeah, because they won the World Series. That's probably why they had a different version or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
pretty excited.
Yeah, I haven't played the last one I played. Ohtani was on the last one, right? Yeah, I played a little bit of that. I had it on Game Pass and then stopped playing it. And I played a lot of the Tatis one. Wasn't that the year before? Was that 20? Yeah. Played that one a good amount. So yeah,
21.
this one I'm really hyped. So be sure to Be sure to comment.
I logged quite a few hours.
Yeah.
On that game. I think it was like 70 total days or something.
Be sure to comment some things that you want to see me and Ben play while we're doing the pods. I mean, what some like fun things we can even do on there? Like we probably do a home run derby or something.
Yeah, but that's boring. I want to play actual people.
Yo, What are some things that we like can do on there? Like we could probably do like a home run derby.
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, I'd rather play actual people because I'm gross at the game.
Isn't there co-op ranked though?
Yeah, there is
Yeah, we
co-op
probably
ranked.
shouldn't touch that though. Probably not.
I mean, I could carry.
Maybe, yeah. We'll have to see. That'd be pretty exciting. Bring the ranked gameplay here on the pod. So
I mean, I went like I was 55 and
I'm gonna
56 and
definitely
0
be
in
rusty.
ranked
I'm gonna
for
be on. I'm
quite a while.
Yeah.
I haven't played in a bit. I haven't played in a couple months. I'm gonna have to definitely
Were you
ease my way
you
back
get,
into
you use
it.
the
But
PCI, right? You don't use the what's the other thing that I see people use? Where you can like
the zone hitting where you just click the button. Yeah, no, I actually use the PCI.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting to bring on the pod. So that'll be next episode. Should be good to go with that. So
Oh yeah, that's true.
yes sir. So I think we'll wrap it up right here. First episode back here in a while. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Dugout channel as well as Clutch Points. All the description or everything will be in the description, I'm sure. And check us out everywhere: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. So thank you guys for watching. Ben, anything else?
I mean, besides the fact that I played 1,125 hours of Diamond Dynasty last year,
Are we gonna beat that?
about
Are you
it.
gonna beat that this year?
I might.
Alrighty.
I don't know. I played a disgusting amount of that game.
Well, you guys will have to stay tuned to see Ben's hour progress on MLB The Show 23. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.